Just 1 minute. Okay, so this is the formula. Now, when we say the formula, when a group data, now the only change which happens to that formula, that's why I prefer this formula easy, is the alphabet F comes before D. Okay, so that's the only change. So if you see here, the formula for group data is sigma fd square upon n minus sigma fd upon n the whole square and into h. Now h comes because of class interval. Now d deviation in the previous one was x minus a. But when it's a grouped data, it is x minus a upon h. Now, as I told you last time, I'm going to show you a shortcut which I adapted in step deviation method. So this particular dx minus a, you need not also use it. It's absolutely not needed. But since it's a part of the sum, I'm helping you with that. So what we are going to do here is we are not going to use that x minus a. Is that clear? Now, going further, how to solve this sum? So marks and number of students. Now look at the formula again. Now let's rewrite the formula. In a group data, formula for standard deviation comes as SD, which is denoted by this symbol, is equal to sigma FD upon N. Okay, so sigma FD square upon N minus sigma FD upon N, the whole square, that is outside. So FD upon whole square, whole thing goes under root, and the addition here is into your h. H comes in additional, that is h stands for class interval, height of a class, length of a class. Okay, now we need a few things. First thing we need is D, most important. So what we are going to require here is your D. Then we need to find the column. So first column we need to prepare is your deviation column. Second column we need to prepare is FD. So FD represents F into D. So kindly understand FD represents F into D. So writing it all over again, explaining it to you. So here we have, first thing required is D, which is easy to find out. Then we require FD, simply means F into D.
D.
And last one is FD square. Now pay attention to this. This FD square means F into D square. Okay. It is not FD square means F and D both ka square. If I have to write F and D both square, it appears like this. FD, this is FD square. If I want to do both together as square. So here it is not FD square. It is F into D square. Is that clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is, and again, it's not very difficult to understand because we have a shortcut for this, which we are going to use. So just wanted to explain what the formulas represent. So we are done with this. Now let's go to the question. The first column you require is D. Your F is given to you. Your F has been given to you, which is frequency. The F, and now we require D. Now, how to find out D? The formula for D says x minus a. So your D here stands for D is equal to D is equal to x minus a upon I. D is equal to x minus a upon I. But we are not going to do that. I told you one shortcut earlier. And that shortcut was, whenever you're doing D, simply start writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's all you have to do. You don't have to take any other efforts. That's all. and it works. Don't worry about it. So D will be simply, you start with 0, 1, sorry, this is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's D. Now, the next column we require is FD. This means F multiplied by D. F multiplied by D. This is what we require next. Okay, so when you're doing F multiplied by D, simply you have to do, I'll make another column for you to understand FD, and additional in the exam you need not do that. How did this work out? 4 into 0. How much will 4 into 0 give you? Yes, anyone can help?
0, sir.
Correct. Don't say 4. There is a common mistake. Yeah, many people make a mistake of writing 4 into 0 is equal to 4. So since we see 4 first, so 6 ones are 6. Okay. So basically, next is 10 into 2. The next one is 20 into 3, 10 into 4, 6 into 5, and you have 4 into 6. So you have 20, 60, 40, 30, and 24.
20.
The total of this, when you do, this total is known as your F sigma FD. This is your summation or sigma FD. Okay, this is your sigma FD. Now, moving further, the next column required for us is going to be FD square. Now, this one. We have already got sigma FD. Sigma FD, we just got the total. Now we need FD square. Now, what is sigma FD square? So basically, FD square, just 1 minute, I'm trying to write, children. There is some software error going on here. FD square is going to be, it's not writing. 1 minute, children. Just excuse me because it's not writing on that. So in Excel, it is difficult to write the square part. Anyway, now here you need FD square. Now, how to do FD square? It's a very simple trick. You don't need to find D square and you don't need to find FD square. All you have to do is multiply these two columns. Multiply these two columns and you will get the column next column.
Yeah.
Okay. F into D square. What we need right now is F into D square. So what we have to simply do is multiply D into FD. Multiply D into FD and you will get FD square. So the next column we need, just 1 minute, children. I'll save it and I'll reopen the file so you know it might work. Yeah. So I need FD square. Now how to find FD square? The thing is you have to do F into D square. Now again, if you want to do F into D square, you will have to find out first D square, then multiply. Or the simple trick here is you take these two columns and you multiply them and you will get the next column. Okay. So what you will do here is first one, 0 into 0. You understood? So you're getting 0. 1 into 6. 6. Are you understanding what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
2 into 20. 40. This works. 3 into 60. I get 180. 4 into 40. 160. 5 into 30. I get 150. And finally, I have 6 into 24. I get 144. This column which I've highlighted in green, I'm just doing so that you all understand how we are working on these columns. Now this column which we get is what we call it as sigma FD square.
Okay.
Okay. So this column is sigma FD square. How did I get sigma FD square? Again, watch. I take D and multiply by FD. When I multiply these two columns, I get FD square. This is how I get my answer for sigma FD square. And when I do the total of this is my sigma FD square here. This is my FD square actually. Okay. Did you understand this?
Yes,
Now
sir.
the total of the frequency column, that is n, is always the total of your frequency column. N is the total of your frequency column. That's how you do n. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Now moving to the formula. Our formula says sigma FD square. Now we have got FD square here as 680. So you will have to do 680 divided by n. If you see is 60. Total of the frequency column is here n in a group data minus in the bracket FD. This is sigma FD here, sigma FD. So we take your sigma FD, which is 180 upon 60 upon 60 the whole square. This whole thing goes under root. And pay attention, the into h is outside the under root sign. If you observe here, this into h is outside the under root sign. It's not inside the under root sign. So into h. Now h is the class interval. The difference between any two numbers vertically. Any two numbers. So what are the two numbers vertical? Difference between 10 and 20 is 10. 40 and 50 is 10. So my class interval in this case, or height of a class or length of a class, is 10. Okay, so you do 680 divided by 60, you get 11.33 minus 180 divided by 60. 180 divided by 60, you will get 3.
3.
Is this
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Raised to the power of 2, this goes under root into 10 for class interval outside the square root sign. So you will get the next part 11.33 minus 9, that is 3 into 3 into 10. So the next step is 2.33 under root outside into 10. Into 10 has to be done final. Now when you do 2.33 on your calculator under root, you will get 1.5, sorry, yes, 1.526. So technically it should be 1.53, but you can keep it as 52 also into 10. So my standard deviation is equal to 15.3. My standard deviation is 15.3.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, we also studied here coefficient of variation. The formula was SD upon mean into 100. If you want to put it in symbols, this is how you do it. Now, next thing I need to calculate is mean. The next thing I need to calculate is mean. Now, the formula for mean yesterday in ungrouped data was sigma x upon n. But now when it's a group data, it is sigma fx upon n. So now what you will have to do is you will have to find out sigma fx upon n for mean. So sigma fx upon n is your mean. Now how do you do sigma fx? So first and the foremost thing is you require x. You require to find out x. What is x? Anyone remembers what is x when it comes to a grouped data? Does anyone remember what is x when it comes to group data?
Uh, Mean of the upper limit and lower limit.
Not mean beta. Okay, what you're saying is right. It's
Bridge.
usually called midpoint.
Midpoint.
Midpoint, right. So midpoint of the upper limit and the lower limit, right?
Lol.
So how to find
Yes.
x? X is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2.
2.
So 0 plus 10 divided by 2. How much do you get?
0.
Plus 10 divided by 2. You get an answer as
5.
5. Did you get it as 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for your convenience sake, I'm hiding the other columns so that you'll understand it. Oh, the writing won't go. Sorry. Since I've written, the writing will overlap. Okay. Now, 5. You don't have to do the other midpoints. What is your class interval? We found out 10. Height of a class is 10. So just go on adding 10 to the midpoint. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. That's all you do. Now the next column you're in is fx. Fx means f multiplied by x.
X.
F multiplied by x. Now I'll have to just put it this way. F multiplied by x.
X.
That is the meaning of fx. Okay, so what you'll have to do is be careful. See the column of f into x. What is f? Frequency column. So 4 into 5. Then you have to do 6 into 15. Then you have to do 10 into 25. 20 into 35. 10 into 45. 6 into 55. And 4 into 65. So this answer, what you do for the multiplication will give you fx. I'm expecting you all are doing the calculations for me. For me, it's very easy. I have to just put a formula, children. This into I get the answers. So I hope you all are doing it.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now what you have to do is take the total of this column. And this answer which you get here will be treated as your sigma fx. Okay. So we get the sigma fx as 2100 divided by n had come to, we have already done n 60. So 2100 divided by 60. You get your mean as
35.
correct 35. So now you have your coefficient of variation. SD we found out already, which is 15.3 divided by mean, we got it as 35 into 100. So your answer comes to so we can call it as CV, short form for coefficient of variation, 43.71%. You can write
Yes, sir.
43.71%. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
So let's take up another sum now. I'll just clear the canvas here. It's a new sum now. Similar sum. Okay. Now again, we have to do standard deviation. As I said, when you're doing standard deviation, the formula for group data is SD, which is denoted by the symbol, is equal to sigma FD square upon N minus sigma FD upon N, the whole square. This goes under root into H. So as I said, again we need D. I told you a shortcut for D, and the shortcut is just simply write D can be negatives and positives. To avoid all negatives, we are going to simply write 0, 1,
0,
2,
1, 2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5, 6, and
6,
7.
7.
Simple way. So again, this is your classification and frequency, which is denoted by the alphabet F. So next column we require is FD. FD, which is F multiplied by D. F multiplied by D. So you have a frequency column, right?
Yes, sir.
15 multiplied by 0.
0.
And again, follow that for all the other. So 23 into 2. So you multiply the two columns which I'm highlighting just now. So you get F into D. So in this sum is very easy. Multiply the previous two columns to get the next column. Now I require FD square. FD square, which is actually F into D square. FD square. Now, how do I get this column? I told you to get FD square, you have to take D and multiply it by FD. This is multiply, so you will get the next column. So basically what I have to do is 0 into 0.
0.
So that's 0. And 1 into 15, 2 into 46. That's all I have to do. So 2 into 46, 92, 3 into 66, 198, 4 into 100, 400, 5 into 50, 6 into 30, and 7 into 70.
Yes, sir.
When I take the total of this column, so I need the total of two columns. The total of FD column will give you sigma FD, whereas the total of FD square column will give you sigma FD square.
Square.
Find out the totals. Okay. Well, once we are done, we also need the total of the frequency column, which is your N,
120.
125.
5.
Okay. This is your N. Then we move on to the formula. Sigma FD square. If you have a look at sigma FD square, we've got it as 1625. That is 1625 divided by N, which is 125, minus now, sigma FD, which is 377, divided by 125 raised to the power of 2 under root into H. Now what is H? Class interval. Normally class interval formula is upper limit plus lower limit, but many times you will not get that if you don't convert a discontinuous class or an inclusive class into an exclusive or a continuous class. So the best is to take the difference between any two numbers vertical. Any two numbers vertical. So if you have a look, the two numbers vertically give us a difference of 10. So let's do the calculations. 1625 divided by 125, you get 13, minus 377 divided by 125. You get 3.016 whole square under root into 10. Equals to, so you get 13 minus, now you get 9.091096. So you can take 9.10 because 0.09 and then 6. So it is like this on the calci, 9.09625. If you want to round off to 2 decimal places, see the third one. If the third one is 5 or more, then the second one becomes +1. If the third one is less than 5, then the second one remains as it is. So I did 9 plus 1 became 10. This is how I got 9.90. Under root into 10. So 13 minus 9.1. So your answer comes to 3.9 under root into 10. Further we get 1.97 into 10.
Yes, sir.
So standard deviation equals to 19.7. Is this right?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the next thing we have to find out? If they don't ask, but we'll find out. It depends in the exam what they ask you to find out, children. Don't find out coefficient of variation if it is not asked.
Okay, sir.
Again, we don't know what is going to be the status of your exams, whether it is going to be online, offline. So SD upon mean into 100. Again, this is group data. So to find my mean, I need mean is equal to sigma fx
FT.
upon
Oh,
n.
N.
Sigma fx upon
N.
n. So I need mean now. So first thing for mean I need to find out is x.
X.
And x here is midpoint.
Midpoint.
So midpoint again comes upper limit plus lower limit divided by
2.
2. So 0 plus 10 divided by 5 or 10 plus 0 divided by 2 is 5. And then you know the class interval here is 10. So you just go on adding simply 10 to the first midpoint and you will automatically get the other part. The next column you need is fx, which is f into x.
X.
So you have to take your frequency column, which is your number of students, and multiply by the midpoint. So 15 into 5, 15 into 15, 23 into 25, and so on. Then you get the total, which becomes your sigma fx. Four three nine five. So we have 4395 and our n was 125. So mean, which is also x bar, is equal to 35.16. Did I get this answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now our standard deviation here is 19.7 divided by 35.16. 7 simply means 70. When there is 7, it means 70
0.
into 100. So we have 19.7 divided by 35.16 into 100. You get your answer as 56.03. 029, which is 03. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.